Hello, this is my review on 1997 flick Batman and Robin with George Clooney as Batman. The fourth installment to the Burton franchise, also known as the last installment to the Schumacher franchise that Burton started, that Schumacher reinvented, with Batman Forever continued. And I think he should have stopped with Batman Forever. I like Batman Forever, but I feel like the third one, it should have stopped with Batman Returns or Batman Forever. It should have stopped with the franchise. Because I like the first three Batman movies a lot, with Michael Keaton and Val Kilmer playing Batman. But I give those movies a 10 out of 10. This movie I give an 8 out of 10. Because George Clooney, he feels like he's trying to rip off everything that the great Adam West Batman did with his performance. He feels like he's trying to mimic Adam West's performance. He's afraid it feels like he's afraid to do his own thing with Batman, to be honest with you. It's just a pity. He doesn't do anything, he doesn't play it different. He doesn't play it he doesn't play it, he plays it different. He doesn't play it different from any, he plays it different from Val and from Michael Keaton, but that's because they were playing a more serious take on Batman. That's more represent to the Batman from the classic era, from which was more represent for Batman from the Golden Age comics, how he was a vigilante, and well, they kind of went more into the Silver Age Batman with Batman Forever. He was still felt like relatively the same character, but just more in an absurd world for some reason. But that's mostly because due to Schumacher's directing in Batman Forever, not Burton this time. However, I felt like the movie Batman Forever, what they did with Batman's character, I felt like they could have ended it there and not really. Schumacher felt like the Schumacher Batman Forever movie felt more like a ending. It felt like more of an ending to the first Batman movies than anything else. This movie feels like more like this is more like what what Adam West was trying to do. Now, I love Adam West as Batman, but there can only be one Adam West Batman in live action now. And that Adam West is Adam West. And if they wanted to go Adam West route, they should have cast Adam West to play Batman, goddamn, instead of George Clooney when he was still alive. And casted Burt Ward as Robin again. And because this whole Batman and Robin movie feels like a remake, reimagining of the 1966 Batman show. You know, it was the corny grandpa jokes that kind of in this campy tone, and the jokes don't always hit home run. The characters were at least likable, as Batman and Robin were likable, so with the absurd world that he created of the 60s era, and the villains were very, posed a threat to Batman, you know, in every episode of that ended in that had two parts to it for the first two seasons. I haven't seen the third season yet, okay? There's a lot of television shows I like to catch up on. Of old television shows, you know? Now, I really think I wouldn't have I don't think I and other people would have really a problem with this movie. I feel like the biggest problem with this movie is George Clooney. But I also think another biggest problem with the movie is that George Clooney, he doesn't play Batman any different than Alan West did. I feel like George Clooney is just trying to duplicate what Alan West is what Alan West perfected with his performance. And the thing is, what's sad about this is George Clooney is actually a good actor that can act. I've seen him act before. But Adam West, he's not much of an actor, but what he did was Batman, he nailed. But George Clooney, what the fuck is his excuse? He is an actor. He's more of an actor than Alan West was. Ever. He has a more of a, and he actually can prove time again he can carry a movie before this movie, and after this Batman movie, he tried. This is like I feel like whatever the reason why is he you know, I feel like he's trying to duplicate. I don't know why is he acting like he's trying to duplicate Adam West, the OG Batman from the 60s. The one that made Batman a household name before Burton did. In live action. That took over the world. So I hear. So, granted, that was before my time, but, and even though that wasn't the OG Batman, the OG Batman live action was from the 40s. Era, 1943, I think. It came out. The run came out, and had a sequel show that 40s run Batman. That was more of a serious take on the Caped Crusader with Batman and Robin. In both series, Batman and Robin are in both series of the 40s run. It's more representing it's more serious, like a serious tone, like what Burton was trying to do with Batman. You know, it's more represented to Golden Age Batman than anything else with Batman and Robin from the 40s. You know, this is like the fact that the fact that in the 40s series he doesn't have Batmobile, he drives Bruce Wayne's car. This is kind of what he did in the Golden Age car. He drew Bruce Wayne's car, his own car, as Batman, besides as Bruce Wayne in his civilian form, which probably isn't the smartest thing to do when you think about it. To not get a different car, because I would think you should get two cars, one for Batman and one for Bruce Wayne. So it kind of makes sense that they eventually introduced the Batmobile in the comics. But the 40s series did not ever show the Batmobile. Neither did the sequel show to the 40s series show the Batmobile. So the first Batmobile in live action was the Adam West Batmobile. Am I the only one that thinks Adam West's Batmobile is like one of the coolest Batmobiles brought to the big screen vehicles? Even though that's, you know, Adam West's vehicle has only had like I know the vehicle, but I think Adam West's vehicle of Batman is, I guess, one of the coolest Batmobile vehicles ever to this day. I still love the Batmobile Adam West vehicle. Now let's talk about the brief role that the Batmobile plays in this movie. Batman's coolest gadget, the Batmobile, in my opinion, is his coolest gadget, his Batmobile. And I gotta tell you something, I'm not digging the design on the Batmobile. It's like, there's something wrong with it. It's not, I don't know, this is not style. This is not, like, it's not cool looking like it was in the first 3 movies. And for some reason, it has no hood, like top half to the car. Batman has no top half of the car. He just gets in the cups in the car, I guess. And it doesn't look like it has any doors, the Batmobile. So I guess he just hops in the car, like, for the roof, and it doesn't close for the top. Like, so it's now a roofless Batmobile. I'm not sure if I'm digging this Batmobile. It's kind of lame. I mean, I'll admit the Batmobile when Batman Forever show was goofy and different, but it kind of fit the tone of what, you know, the fact that the Batmobile had, like, I thought it was a little kind of goofy how the Batmobile had like a I thought it was kind of funny how the Batmobile changed out suddenly, dramatically, when we got to Batman Forever. This is what the Batmobile looked like in the first 2 Batmobile movies. But, you know, I thought it was like a little strange and kind of like how it had wings on the Batmobile. The wings, how massive the wings looked like on the Batmobile. But I gotta admit, there was something I liked about that. There's something about, like, I gotta admit, I always dug the Batmobile in Batman Forever, not as much as the Batmobile in the first 2 Burton movies, okay? But I still like the Batmobile in the Batman Forever. Why couldn't we get the same Batmobile design that we got in Batman Forever, or something similar to Batman Forever of a movie? I don't know, this doesn't feel like, this feels like a confused vision, to be honest, of a movie. Like a confused, I just don't, I did enjoy this movie, though, as a guilty pleasure, like I enjoyed the best Marvel studio movies. Those are the ones where they are all the, especially the ones with all the Avengers. Marvel Studio movies. Those are the best of some of the best Marvel Studio movies. I say, the Avengers ones. All 4 of them. I think there's 4. Well, I see 5 because I count Civil War as a 5th one. Even though it's Captain America movie, technically, but it's, you know, Avengers are in so much, I kind of forget it's not a title Avengers, you know, sometimes. Anyway, I enjoy this movie, Batman and Robin, from 1997. I give it a 8 out of 10. There's a cool, guilty pleasure of a movie. Above average, he gets score. That's what 8 out of 10 means. I enjoy it enough to give it 8 out of 10, okay? Okay. Subscribe by hitting the bell first. Hit the subscribe button second. Hit the bell first. Hit the subscribe button after that. And that's how you just get subscribed and hit the thumbs up.
on this video. Hit thumbs up on my old videos when you check them out, and you don't check them out in any check them out at your own pace. Okay, good morning and goodbye.